Yeah, just saw a snake. Climbed over a big log and jumped on the ground, and it rustled off into the bushes. It's only a little tacker, but still first one I've seen this trip. 4.5 days in. Seen quite a few paddy melon wallabies, of course, including one with little Joey. Saw that day one. A couple rufous wallabies, they're slightly bigger. Saw a possum last night. He didn't go near my bag, which was good, which means my food bag technique's obviously working well enough, or he was too scared of my hammock. Yeah, haven't seen any wombats yet. Saw a tourist or one of the other trekkers, but they were foreign. They called out, "Oh, there's a wombat," and it's only a little one. Yeah, I had a look. It was a paddy melon wallaby. So, yeah, I left. Had a pretty decent lunch break, which was good. Filtered some water. Oh, trees. Filtered some water. Let my stuff air out. Started walking again. About 10 to 2. Gone down a limb, guessing it's probably about 2:15 now. Actually pretty thirsty already. It's awfully hot today. A few other notes on some other stuff. My other path isn't too bad without being too good either. The Samsung NX11 is a joy to use. Hopefully the pictures are good, because it's really nice to use, and that's coming from somebody that normally uses a Nikon D700. The battery life, which was a big concern coming into this trip. I'm still on the first battery. So far today it's told me that it's got no bars left and 2 bars left and all over the show, but I'm up to 600 shots. Samsung reckoned you'd only get 400 out of it, and DP Review reckoned you'd only get 200. I only had time to cycle the batteries once, so I've got roughly 600, so, and still going. That's including shooting panoramas, the occasional video, and some raw files as well. So hopefully the pictures come out well. But got a bit of an uphill stint, so I might leave you be and check back in later. Stop for a drink, just because it's so hot, and just pull up in the middle of this bit of bush path and have a look at the view that you get. Mountain that way, mountain that way. But yeah, it's so hot for the last couple of days. I didn't imagine it was going to get this hot, especially on the Thursday. It was snowing and pretty cold. But yeah, it's if it wasn't for all the mud, I'd be wearing shorts. But yeah, beautiful weather. Wish I had a bladder, but then that would have been more weight. So, and it's quite nice to take that pack off and have a drink out of a bottle. But yeah, that's all. Just ran into another solo hiker. First ever solo hiker I've seen actually over this walk, and he said he started 2 days ago at Cynthia Bay, which is my final destination in another, well, I've got to be there 11:30 the latest in another 4 days, so Tuesday. But he said that the weather in a couple of days is meant to close back in and be snowing. We'll see. I've got all my snow gear, of course, so that won't be an issue. But it's much nicer walking in this, and if it's nice weather on the last day, then it'll make the going much easier if I do have to walk to Cynthia Bay from Echo Point. But as of lunchtime, I am officially ahead of schedule at the cost of doing a couple of well recommended mountains, but the knee's still being a bit niggly. Not as bad, but yeah, I didn't want to break myself halfway into the trip pretty much. So the southern end, which is the way that I'm walking north and south, is actually lower than the Cradle Mountain end, the northern end. So if there is snow, they might get it and I might not. Mind you, as long as it's not a blizzard, probably prefer snow than rain. So, but that's out of my control. So we'll see how things go. I've reached Decane Hut. This is an old trapper's hut or something like that. This is more typical of what you'll find on a lot of the Tasmanian walks. There's a sign there saying Water Vataway. Windy Ridge Hut, 2 hours 30 minutes. Let's have a look inside. I haven't had a look inside yet. Pull for the door handle. Now, it's probably a bit dim, so I don't know how well this is going to pick up on footage. This is meant to be for emergency use only. Unfortunately, people still vandalise this sort of thing. Old fireplace, of course, that's not allowed to be used since it's made of wood these days and people don't know how to manage fires. Fire blanket and fire extinguisher just in case. And a logbook. Since I haven't spent much time in huts, I haven't really spent much time with logbooks. Might have a quick look, and I think I might try to make it to Windy Ridge, 2.5 hours. So this is Jeffrey, over and out. Just walking through this bit of a forest, past a really nice waterfall back yonder. Got some nice photos. Got to take video because, in case you haven't noticed, I don't really think about video that much. Sort of new to me. Doing this mainly as a sort of video diary. Show some family and friends what I do when I'm out. Do it for the hammockforum.net people as well, because I really enjoy a lot of the videos that you guys put out, and hope that you get something out of mine, see some of the lovely Tasmanian wilderness, and get my take on how I do things at the moment. So yeah, really enjoying this leg of a walk. I love waterfalls, so I'd skip all the mountains in the park to see every waterfall in it. Some of them you've got to bushwhack to get to though, so but yeah, my boots are still dry, which it's actually getting a bit high stakes to keep them that way, although this path is a little bit muddy, but it's sort of a more solid mud. So yeah, heading on to Windy Ridge, but then there's plenty of trees and it's not like the vegetation from earlier, so I could essentially pull up camp anytime I wanted. But saw in the logbook at the Decane Hut that there's going to be another couple of people at Windy Ridge, so I'll probably pop along there and have a chat. Yeah, I'll keep on going. This is Ferguson Falls. The video doesn't convey it, they are mighty. There's a few more cascades downriver too, I think. But there is a bucket load of water coming over this thing. This is the Altone Falls. I think they flow straight off Ferguson Falls. Also pretty impressive. These are Harnett Falls. Apparently there's a path to the bottom of them, but I had to run down there and couldn't exactly see it. Well, I could see a path, but I couldn't. It didn't hook up because of water. A couple of ponds warned me that might be the case, but back up the path a bit, I got some decent shots, and yeah, quite impressive. But it's 5:30 now. I've got to start making some distance to get to camp, so over and out. End of day 4. Ended up hiking 19 kilometres, at least 19 kilometres today, from the New Pelion hut to the Windy Ridge, Bert Nichols hut, staying at the group campsite, and I'll take some photos and maybe some video tomorrow morning. I've pitched this Superfly tarp, probably about the best that I've ever pitched it before. I'm on another one of these camping base things. Only just getting around to cooking tea now. Once I set up and I got here about 7ish. Well, actually that's water boiling for hot chocolate. I'm having 2 hot chocolates tonight, I've deserved it. Having a beef and pasta hot pot. I was due to have macaroni and cheese, but I needed a hearty meal. Yeah, after I got set up and got water, I was just needed to sit and rest and went over my notes and such. I'm essentially a day ahead now, but I've been worrying about getting to the bus on time, so tomorrow we go to Pine Valley, and I got the choice of doing either the Acropolis or the Labyrinth. There's a sidewalk there. I'll probably do the Labyrinth, and we'll take it from there. But looking forward to a good night's sleep. Not going to set an alarm, I don't think, for tomorrow morning. Going to have a bit of a sleep in if I feel like it. As I said, I'm ahead of time, so yeah.